Hey, and welcome to another episode of Fishing with the Fat Boys. There's a lot of different jugs, some made of old milk jugs, kitty litter containers, 2-liter bottles, and Curtis and I made ours out of wacky worms and a 1/2-inch PCV pipe. Curtis improved on them a little bit more, and a little more work might cost you a little cash, but how much you figure you got tied up in them?
About $100.
$100 for about 40 of them?
Yeah.
And you kind of tell people how you put them together?
Yeah. Basically your simple kid swimming noodle, cut 13 inches. And I took a piece of, this happens to be 3/4 inch PVC, cut a little bit longer. Put 2 end caps, glue them on. Then I screwed an eye bolt in the end of it and used epoxy on the inside and outside to hold it. And then your typical, this is about 113-pound test twine, about 3 foot long, and simple Limerick 4/0 hook, and about a 3/4 ounce weight I got on there, and some reflective tape.
Of course, you had to improve on my model. Pull one of my models out there. Mine's like the ghetto version.
It's basically the same thing, but well, he's got the PVC pipe.
But
too.
you got to figure, Curtis is a plumber, so he had to go to all the end caps and all that stuff, make sure it didn't leak.
But all in all, these are really good jugs, and they work really well.
Well, we had a 9-pound catfish on one of mine there that day, and we never really lost sight of it. It outrun my 3-mile-an-hour boat, but I think you'd probably be able to chase down a 14-pound fish on them easy, I would think. I don't think they'd sink anyway.
There has been recordings of 50-pound blue cats caught on jugs like this.
Yeah. So anyway, we're heading out to the fishing hole. We're going to try to catch some shad on the way out. Hopefully we'll be able to get that done. If not, Curtis brought 2 pounds of shad with him. And of course, I didn't bring any. I forgot them and my teeth, so there you go. Anyway, we're heading out to the fishing hole. We'll catch you in a little bit. All right. What Curtis is doing here now is cutting some bait, and I'm getting over here towards the bank. We're going to start dropping jugs. What he's going to do is unwrap the jugs and put the bait on the hook, and then he's going to drop it over the side. And we're going to keep on doing this until all 40 jugs are in the water. This is a place where me and Curtis has done pretty good on catching catfish. But we want to be up in this channel just a little bit before you start dropping jugs. And right now he's shelling some freshwater mussels. So we're going to see how that does. We just caught a bunch of shad. We're going to try some of that. And we got frozen shad with us as well. So here you go, first jug. Now what I'll do is I'll slow this down to level 1 while he starts dropping jugs out. That way we don't end up with them too far apart. You see, the jug just goes out of the water, and as soon as there's fish on it, it'll stand straight up. Okay, Curtis is still throwing out jugs, but just to give you an idea, as we drive down real slow, we've been dropping them, and they're almost spaced evenly. And we got a trail here behind us. Like I said, we're still throwing a few. We still got probably about a dozen or so left, and then we'll just let them sit, and here in a little bit when it gets darker is when they really start on a feeding frenzy. We should be catching some pretty nice sized channel cat. Alright, it's a good deal because it's partly daylight yet. We got one on a jug. Took it off out in the middle. I don't know if you can see that or not. Bullhead, I bet you. Kind of gives you an idea what these jugs do. And you just swing up there, chase it down, and put your fish on the hook. Or put your fish in the boat. You got to pull your net, or pull the net out, Curtis. I think he's bigger than what you think he is. All right, little bullhead. But that's all right, we'll take that. Because we know what we're going to get in here in a little bit. We're going to get a whole bunch of channels. Boy, come right off that hook. Good deal. So, folks, that's how the jug does
circle hook
when you have to chase it down. And I believe Curtis just said he put circle hooks on these. So, you're going to throw it back out, and we're just going to sit out here and see what else we can catch.
What you want to do with these fish, Paul?
Now, we've only been out here for about an hour, I guess. And we got a big old channel cat here on one of the jugs. Was caught up in the brush. That's a pretty nice size channel cat. There he is. Yeah, that's a pretty nice sized cat. Completely full. Huh. There's a big old channel down at the bottom at the. Oh, there's one of them big bastards there. Well, I'm tired. How about you?
I'm tired.
All right.